Hey guys, do you like Superman but too scared to head away from Marvel into DC? Well, don't worry, I've got a character you guys might enjoy. What's going on? It's Park Life Nerds back again with another video, and this one is basically inspired by a comment on one of my previous videos. I did my top 5 Marvel Superman clones, and someone commented Ethan Edwards, and yeah, I didn't know too much about it if I'm honest, so went out and had a look up and let's see basically who is Ethan Edwards. Is he unique or is he a control copy, control V version of Superman? Well, let's have a look at this and see what you think. Let's look at Ethan Edwards. Okay, so bit of a backstory. Many years ago, Ethan's birth world was under attack from Galactus. He just loves attacking things. Now, his father, who was a very clever scientist, he was actually one of the creators of the Super Skrull, needed to save his son. The scientist had imbued his son with incredible power because he's a scientist, and the Skrull race had never seen this much power before. He was put in a pod to escape basically for a new planet. That sounds very similar to a certain Clark Kent. The idea being he would basically disguise himself amongst the people of that planet until he could take over the planet. Now, that is a slightly different variation there. Instead of that, the plans changed, and he was originally intended to land on Oa. However, obviously, courses changed, and he somehow ended up on Earth. Much like his DC counterpart, a couple witnessed his arrival, crash landing, when it discovered a child inside, seeing him as some divine creature, they took him in and adopted him as a gift from God. When realizing he had powers, they begged him to keep it a secret, but the call for greatness and a purpose basically led Ethan to leave the family farm and move on to be the best damn Superman clone he could be. He moved to New York. He got a job at the Daily Bugle as a reporter. Who do we know that works there? Well, he worked alongside Peter Parker. So, obviously, there's going to be interactions between Ethan and Peter, both being superheroes looking to save the day. Well, that's basically how it all happened. Peter spider senses went tingle tangle tongle. He did his classic run to the street to get changed. As soon as he got there, though, things had already been stopped by a man in a green cape. A fight ensues with the Absorbing Man, and Spider-Man, with the help of Ethan, end up winning with one punch. Basically, he punches him the whole way across Manhattan. That is a huge flex for Ethan Edwards. Ethan reveals himself to Peter, stating he already knew who Peter was as Spider-Man, so basically to level the playing field. Peter agrees to be his mentor because he's quite new to it, and the two of them end up forming a little bit of a team together. So you got Spider-Man and Superman. Geez, imagine that comic book if that came out. As Peter's friends with the Fantastic Four, he took him to meet them so they could assess his powers. He had interesting ones. He could see the Invisible Woman. He was faster than Johnny Storm, stronger than Ben Grimm. He had it all at that time, much like his DC counterpart. Now, as this was happening, unfortunately, someone worked out who he was. His face was out there, and his identity was revealed. When Reed finds Ethan's ship and finds out it was supposed to go to Oa, it triggers a voice that talks to Ethan in Skrull. Now, this voice, whatever it says, makes Ethan flip out and attack everyone. But his Earth family are able to talk him down, as they did. Family are great at that. And he flies off basically to research who he is, who he's supposed to be, and how he can basically not be as destructive as he is being. While this is happening, Ethan is still trying to do the right thing, but he's becoming more destructive. He is actually killing a few perpetrators rather than arresting them, so he's becoming more like a vigilante style one. He went back to the Baxter building to see the Fantastic Four for more help. However, they weren't there. Instead, he was met by the New Avengers, and a battle commences. In a classic Spider-Man story arc, though, Mary Jane was able to help. Sorry, not Mary Jane. Aunt May. Yeah, Mary Jane wasn't even there. Aunt May was able to talk him down, and yeah, he basically returned to the ground and said he was done with all his destruction. As a result of this, he decided time he just went out into hiding and just helped others whenever he could. So yeah, there is Ethan Edwards on Earth, a version of Superman. I guess they can call on whenever they feel the need to. His powers, well, he was super strong, super speed, invulnerability, flight, able to see the Invisible Woman. That's pretty good. Healing, heat rays. Imagine Superman, but put him in a Marvel universe. That was basically this guy. He was definitely based off the Superman aspects, with the concept of him coming from another planet that was blown up on a spacecraft, landing in a farmer's field, getting a job at a newspaper. There's so many similarities there. It is incredible. I wonder if they'll ever bring him back for more stories. It sounds like he would make a great sort of multiversal character that you could say, oh, actually, he's from this universe. So yeah, that was when Marvel decided to copy Superman. Let me know if there's any more that you can think of. Obviously, I've covered a few like this, Centuries, Hyperions, all those ones, but Ethan Edwards was new to me, and I really enjoyed finding out about him. Yeah, so see you next video. Cheers.